Yeah, and I think it's also that it's not just Nasir Saab declining in the 80s, it's also that team around him which is, going through a creative decline, which is why, suddenly some of the sets, there's this song.
He missed Shammi Uncle and Rishi Ji. See, because he wrote films in a particular style. So if you look at Manzil Manzil, if you look at the script, Sunny is in the film, and Sunny is a great star, he's a wonderful actor. But that's not his kind of cinema, that film needed a Shammi Kapoor and needed a Rishi Kapoor to bring it to life. Sunny is more appropriate for Arjun and films like that where we love watching him.
More action heroes.
Yeah. And more brooding, and that's his quality. But Chashnar had actually written it for that same character he used to write. So I think that he also was on some level was missing. Actually the best. It's ironical that the actors who worked best in his hero were all Kapoors. So there was Shammi Kapoor, there was Shashi Kapoor, and Rishi Kapoor. They best brought out, and in all of those, I think Shammi Uncle was the one who really brought out his characters to the full.
Absolutely alter ego.
Yeah.
Is there any other question? Yes, there's a lady here. Oh, you're being greedy, are you? Is there?
My dad was always expecting the unexpected from me, so he wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. He was well aware of the fact that I wanted to actually leave Bombay way before I made my first film. Sort of get off the mainstream or whatever. But he would, I think he would be supportive and appreciative of what I was doing.
I think you would make sarcastic jokes about it.
He's left you for that.
More questions. Let's have some new hands up. There's a gentleman over there. Question on Nasir Saab, please. Just shout out your question.
Yes.
Is the mic?
Is there a mic going?
Hi, assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Amir again.
Hi.
And my question is
Your
that
question better be short this time.
yeah, it's just one line. It's just simple that for the writer also, it's for Amir and my writer, that in the race of life, like method and madness, which wins and which is more applicable while writing the book. You have written the book, so you have lived some characters in that. So what's applicable for the youth to practice, method or madness?
It's for you and me. You go first. Method is for you, madness is for me.
I actually didn't get the question clearly.
मतलब क्या करना चाहिए? Should the youth follow method or should they follow madness?
I think it's best left if you.
My question is this.
Like question मैं समझ गया, मैं अभी answer. You have to have madness. I think no matter what field of profession or whatever path of life you've chosen, you need a certain amount of थोड़ी बहुत madness चाहिए, to really excel in what you're doing and to break new paths. And you also need a method to be able to give it some structure. So you need a bit of both, I would imagine.
I would imagine that complete madness is a problem.
Yeah.
So you have to have a structure with it. Otherwise, it's like intelligence. It has to be applied. Anybody? Yes, there's a lady. Oh, are you stand up? Yeah. You, the one with, is it a blue t-shirt? You, yeah. Sorry, grey.
I wanted to ask one thing which I think everyone has missed here. नासिर साहब की मूवीज में मोहम्मद रफ़ी साहब के गानों का कितना योगदान है? क्योंकि पापा मेरे देखते थे मूवीज, मैं झेल नहीं पाता था बचपन में. मुझे मोहम्मद रफ़ी साहब सिंगिंग के गॉड लगते हैं बचपन से. तो उनके सारे गाने, और उन्होंने कमबैक भी किया था. हम किसी से कम नहीं में, आई थिंक क्या हुआ तेरा वादा, जब इंडस्ट्री ने उन्हें राइट ऑफ कर दिया, उसके बाद मोहम्मद रफ़ी साहब ने वापस स्ट्रांगली कमबैक किया इसमें. तो क्या ये उसके लिए नासिर साहब ने उन्हें पुश किया था इसके लिए कि उसके बारे में आप थोड़ा प्रकाश डालेंगे?
Well, I to be very honest with you, I did.
One of the best directors जो है वो काम ही नहीं कर रहे हैं, ऐसा कैसे चलेगा? इतने दो अमेजिंग फिल्में आपने दी है जो.
Absolutely right.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, आपने छोड़ दिया फिल्म में.
I'll try.
Well, if I can just add something over here, then this was, I think, one of the best things about working on this book, I traveled for 3 days to Kunur and I met Mansoor. And it was really such an enriching experience because, I feel that whatever
It was
words-
enriching because you went to find out about Nasir's lecture on cheese making. It was enriched after that.
No, we all like to think of this that we live in these narrow bubbles that I write on cinema and somebody else does something else. But just having a conversation with Mansoor, he'll talk about civilization. He'll throw up a mathematical riddle. He'll talk about conflict, and his first book, Third Curve, is about oil.
It's a book on economics.
Economics and the finiteness of resources.
I thought this was a subject that is taboo today.
Well, it was.
I was told not
Global
to
warming ko avoid karna hai.
You see one thing about the fact that Nasir Saab kind of went against the grain, he went against the family and did this. You will find that all these people who are really original thinkers have broken from what their parents wanted them to do. So in the end, even though maybe Mansoor should have run the shop, he's doing something that is his, and his identity, which is admirable.
But I want my son to come to the farm. But I just want to add a little thing about this method and madness. Because my dad had the method and I had the madness. And we learned how to bridge that gap. Amir and Nusrat were in crossfire in that. So, like in the beginning, I was trying to explore my space. And I was trying to find the hero. Because the heroine of Kayamat Se Kayamat was very strongly defined by my dad. So it was written in, and the hum and the this and the that and everything. You know what Rashmi is all about. But we didn't know what the hero was all about. But of course, in my mind, I knew Amir is going to be there, and I was also being both through Amir's personality and also what I thought Raj should be. So जब हम लोग beginning का introduction scene discuss करते थे, I used to of course go into this fantasy because I want to go through, I want to explore ruins, and I want to track animals, and I want to So the opening scene, he says, what is the scene for the hero? I said, this the two friends are walking through and they say, "Yaar, ye Raj कहाँ चला गया? पता नहीं यार कहाँ दिख नहीं रहा है, जंगल में जा रहे हैं." And I said, there was a tracking shot over the trees of the two friends talking and walking. And then you realize that the hero is actually tracking them on the trees. So my dad said, "अच्छा, तो मतलब हमारा hero जो है वो बंदर है." So this is how it would pull me out of my madness.
There was another scene that you did. So the other opening scene I remember for Raj that you did was, which again Jan bounced, was Kamra hai, he's sitting in his room and he's working on the table lamp. Raat ka time hai, he's working on something, and suddenly you see this snake, emerges from behind the sofa, and it starts moving slowly towards. You remember this? It starts, yeah, you wrote. It slowly starts moving towards the character of Raj. And Raj he's totally unaware कि एक snake है जो मेरे तरफ आ रहा है. And the snake climbs up on the chair that he's sitting on, and it comes right over here next to him. And when it comes right over here, Raj जो भी वो कुछ कर रहा है, कुछ draw कर रहा है, and all that, and he pats the snake and he continues doing what he's doing. Then you realize that it's his pet snake, and he's a person who loves animals, and he's got a special bond with animals. So which is why when they're lost in the jungle, he also thought of things कि वो, Rashmi's character is freaking out, but this guy, he knows animals, so he, but then that also got bounced for some reason.